conditions with what you can expect. Vivian?
Thanks, Crystal. It is beautiful out there. We just saw great images out there from Dylan. A little bit warm up there, though. 93 right now up in Paso Robles, starting to cool down, becoming more comfortable as the night goes on. 70 degrees right now in San Luis Obispo. Good weather for concerts in the plaza. Even many of our other events going on. Going to be perfect out there. Still in the 80s along our south coast, 60s by some of our coastal regions. It is picture perfect out there. It is a little bit gusty though, not a huge concern. Those winds are starting to fall, about 14 miles an hour up in Paso Robles, 13 miles an hour in Lompoc, and 17 in the Coyama Valley. For all those Friday night football games going on, shouldn't be too much of an issue, but it may be a little bit breezy at times out there. Now, as we check outside, nothing too bad. You can see kind of loading that up right now, but things are still gorgeous out there across the Central Coast. Lots of sunshine, warm weather is here, and it is here to stay for quite a while. That's because this high pressure system is headed towards us. Now it's going to get here later on tonight and really start to make it for a warmer pattern. Starting off with some offshore winds, that's going to get rid of that marine influence and bring us lots of sunshine. Those are all the ingredients that we need for a very, very warm pattern. Because of the warm up that we're going to be seeing, we already have a couple of heat alerts issued. Starting off with a heat advisory that is in place for all of these areas shaded in this orange. Now that's going to stay in place all the way through Sunday night. Triple digit heat expected in those interiors. It's closer to normal for this time of the year, so they're not included in this, but pretty much every single community across our Central Coast is going to be seeing some heat over the next few days. Stay hydrated, check in on your neighbors or anybody who's a little bit more vulnerable to the heat, because it is going to be a hot one for all of those celebrations out there. Now, over the next couple of hours, we're going to slowly cool down, getting into the 50s by later on this evening, but staying nice and clear. A little bit of cloud cover possible very late tonight, but honestly, it's not going to be too much of a concern for any of our communities. Triple digit heat up in Paso Robles for tomorrow. 103 up in Paso Robles, 89 degrees in San Luis Obispo, 83 in Santa Maria, 84 in Lompoc, 82 in Santa Barbara for your Saturday. Along our north coast, it's going to be a wonderful beach day. 73 up in Cambria, 104 in San Miguel. Check that out, though. 92 degrees possible in the afternoon hours for Avila Beach. Those offshore winds really going to warm up those communities. If you're looking for a beach day, maybe a little bit cooler than those 90s, Pismo Beach, just a few miles away, will be in the mid-70s. That's a pretty classic microclimate forecast issue there. Continuing to see lots more of that warmth by our beaches, even along our south coast. 83 in Goleta, 96 in Solvang, 91 degrees in Los Alamos. So it's going to be a warm one over the next couple of days, especially as you head into the holiday weekend. So here's your weekend forecast. Saturday into Sunday, triple digit heat in the interiors, 80s and 90s in our coastal valleys, and even along our beaches, we're going to be seeing 70s, even some 80s for some of those communities. If you're not staying in town, Los Angeles looking at those mid 90s, 70s in San Francisco with some sunshine, not too much of that fog. So good news there. Triple digit heat also expected in Vegas over the next few days. Central Valley looking at a lot more triple digits, but right around what we're seeing here in the interiors, 80s expected in San Diego with a lot of sunshine there as well. Checking out that 7-day forecast, got lots of sunshine, triple digit heat extending all the way through the middle of next week before a slow cooling trend takes over. 80s and 90s in San Luis Obispo, still mid 80s and some 70s for Santa Maria and Santa Barbara, staying comfortable all the way through the end of the extended forecast.